Hey, how's it going, guys? So I was supposed to post this review on Friday, but something happened on Friday. My wife was off, so we hung out, and then time passed. And then on Saturday, I got busy. I shot a wedding, and then all this crazy stuff happened. But I watched Thor Ragnarok on Thursday, and let me just say, it was pretty good. All right, so Thor Ragnarok obviously stars Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Idris Alva. I'm fucking horrible with these names. I have a really heavy accent, so I mean I have an accent pronouncing these weird names, so I'm sorry. And Tessa Thompson, and it was directed by director and actor Taiki Waititi. Waititi, that's a cool name. He played a character in the film, and he was really enjoyable, to my surprise. So, all right, enough of who stars in it, whatever Marvel movie it is. I think it's the 17th Marvel movie. Let's just talk about, is it good? All right, so Thor Ragnarok is a really fun film. I'll give it that. It's a really fun film. It's hard to say it's an action-packed movie because it has some set pieces, action set pieces, but not. The whole movie isn't action, and it's a really fast-paced movie. A lot of stuff is happening. It kind of feels more like a big epic adventure. That's what it really feels like. You know, Thor is on a journey. The journey takes turns and plot twists. Not really, but you know, whatever. All right, so I'd say from the three Marvel Studio movies that we had, which is Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Thor Ragnarok, I want to say it's the best one out of all three. Because Guardians of the Galaxy had some issues, you know, on the second watching you really notice these issues. Same thing with Spider-Man Homecoming. You see some issues, you know, some pacing issues. But overall, they're all enjoyable. They're all fun. This movie is a lot more fun and a little bit more fast-paced. Like I said, it feels like a big, epic adventure with, you know, lots of cool colors, amazing colors, and some pretty cool set pieces. But let's get into the juicy things. Yes, Hela is a really good villain. You get that she's a badass. But the execution of her defeat is kind of weak. I felt it was weak. I felt it could have been done better. Now, there's something that happens in the movie where me and my wife kind of looked at each other and we're like, what the fuck? There's a what the fuck moment in this movie. And they kind of joke about it and address it in a joke. But it's kind of like a serious thing. It's one of the biggest Marvel Studios shockers that I've seen in all these movies. I was not expecting that to happen to the main character. So it had me kind of wondering. I mean, it's a cool direction, but I was wondering, what the fuck? One of the things that threw me right off of this movie was Thor's character. Thor's character started real comedic, real quippy, his character was like a Peter Parker, like a Deadpool character. You know, his jokes were real meta. I don't know, it was kind of weird, especially seeing that in even Age of Ultron he wasn't that funny, or you know, he didn't have a funny bone in him. So seeing that in this movie kind of threw me off because he starts with jokes, and then I don't know, it kind of threw me off way too much. But after that, you get used to it. You're like, all right, this is a new direction. Let's go with it. And you can go with it. One of the things I want to say about this movie that I've been noticing in a lot of Marvel movies, that these movies don't have an emotional roller coaster like other movies. Logan earlier this year made me cry. I'm not gonna lie. That was a real intense movie, you know. It hits you in the gut, it hits you in your emotions, and you get the feels. Wonder Woman falls with all the Marvel movies. You don't really feel this emotional roller coaster that you should feel with a big blockbuster like Thor Ragnarok. There's no edge of your seat moment in this movie, even though Thor could literally die, be killed by Hela, you know, in some moments. So it's kind of like weird that you don't feel these moments, you know. But with that said, even though it has a weak villain defeat like most Marvel movies, and it has no emotional roller coaster, it is a fun movie. Don't get me wrong. It's a fun movie. Don't expect it to be action-packed, super awesome, because it's not. It kind of left me a little bit disappointed because, yes, it was fun. It had humor, but it wasn't this amazing set-piece film. There's some things that are cool, but I didn't really see a lot of action that I wish I saw. The director and even Marvel Studios had so many great opportunities to give us a lot of cool shit. But with that said, they do give you a lot of cool shit. I think what happened is that they hyped it up too much like Suicide Squad. But unlike Suicide Squad, it does still deliver. But with that said, with 5 superhero movies down, I still say Logan is number 1, following Thor, and then I don't know. I can't decide because I like Spider-Man Homecoming more than Wonder Woman. I do like Wonder Woman more than No, I don't. Never mind. Wonder Woman's like below my list. I found it really long, pacing issues. But whatever. Hopefully I didn't give too many spoilers, and then I try to avoid some things. But this is a spoiler-free kind of review where we just talk about the film. So in the comments section below, you could post spoilers. So if you're watching this, don't read the comments. But what was your favorite part of Thor Ragnarok? And we'll be reviewing other films this week. So stay tuned. Like, subscribe, and go check out my wife's channel. It'll be right like somewhere around here.